And welcome out here to the Gillette Game Plan live here from the Pizza Ranch. We're switching gears now to the men's basketball team of Campbell County. And no, it is not head coach Bubba Latke as he resigned after 12 seasons. We've got a new coach, and it's Coach Anderson joining us. And, Coach, we're excited to get to see what's new coming up here for this new Campbell County program. I know you're pretty excited for the opportunity with it as well, too. And Kelvin Glosser, Chase the Horseman Horsley here. We're going to dive into this. And, Coach, what do you think is probably one of the biggest challenges to start off this year?
Like I was kind of telling you guys before, I think one of the most challenging things is all of the stuff that I never had to handle before, and Bubba just did that, and we just show up and get to go to work and practice, and then you go home. And so, yeah, trying to figure out fundraising and polos for the coaches and, all that fun stuff, bus requests, travel. Yeah, I mean, there's a long list of things, but, yeah, our parent meeting next week, just getting all of that stuff organized where, like I said, normally it's not stuff if you're not the head coach, you really don't think about it. And so, trying to balance all that and then still show up and do a good job every day at practice, have these guys ready to go and make sure we're working on the right things.
How's the response been to you being named head coach? I mean, it sounds kind of intimidating, but you're like the third coach in the last 42 years. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It is. It's 42 years.
Yeah, it's 42.
That's the third coach.
So,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I think, thinking back obviously to Curry and then Bubba, your mind immediately goes to like big shoes to fill, to really, really great coaches. But I think I feel like the reception's been really positive. I think the kids have been good. And like you kind of alluded to, it's a really cool opportunity for me, having grown up in Gillette and played in that program. It's like when I got hired, I told our guys, that it means a ton to me, the program, and it's just been a big part of my life. Even growing up when you're a little kid, just like you remember what those Campbell games were like, coming and watching them. And so, it's been a big part of my life for really as long as I can remember. And so, cool opportunity for sure.
What years did you play as a Camel, and were there any state championships there?
So I played varsity the 07-08 season and then 08-09. We won state in 2008, my junior year.
Okay.
That was like Justin Nelson and Ryan Hutchinson, that crew.
Oh, yes. Remember that well.
Yeah, and then Spencer Bruce was my class, Thomas Burrows and Matt Gross, those guys. And then, my senior year, a little bit disappointing. I was hurt for most of that season, and then we ended up still were, I think, 22-3 going into the state tournament and lost first round to Evanston, got upset. So,
boy, do I remember that
kind of a disappointing. But, I mean, that's life, and life does go on. And so
life does go move on from there.
Sure.
But, Coach, what are some of the big things maybe Bubba has kind of taught you, or maybe some other coaches that has really kind of brought you up to learning how to be a head coach?
I think one of the biggest things that I took away from Bubba was just kind of his approach to the season and understanding that the goal is to get better every single day. And it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? It's not going to happen overnight. And I think in that same vein, he's always kind of front-loaded the schedule where we play really tough teams early in the season. And those are good tests for us, And I think even going back to last year, it's like you could look at, we were, I think, 1-6 to start.
1-6, 1-7 to start the year.
I think there was maybe some outside noise where there was some panic, but I think internally we, always felt like we like our group, and I think we're getting better. And that was kind of the way Bubba always approached it, is like we want to be playing our best basketball in February and March, and that's a mantra that I kind of plan to carry as well. And then going back to Curry, he was just such a good coach. Not only on the basketball side of things, but I just think his personality and the way he cared for kids, it was evident, and he was just so passionate about not only being a good basketball coach and winning games, but also developing us, into good young men that are ultimately going to go out and be successful parts of society. And so, I a ton of fun memories with Curry as well. He had a very dry sense of humor, which I mean, anybody that's played for him, there's Curryisms all day long of things that he said, and you still think about that stuff.
Last season, obviously, you had Lane, you had Truman, and then you also have big old man Jack Andela, who obviously had a football banquet because he was part of the Campbell County football team. But, he's been really big at basketball. He committed to Carroll College as well. What are you wanting to see maybe from Jack this year that maybe you didn't see from him last year? Especially because Lane and Truman, it kind of felt like, it was just if they could do it, they're just going to pop up threes, do what they need to really put the games away for the Camels. It's a different atmosphere this year. You don't have those big, heavy shooters this year so far from what we've seen. Obviously, it's a new season. Haven't seen the new crew yet, and we're going to talk with some of them. But how are you seeing that transition so far through practice?
Yeah, I think there's a couple guys over there that would beg to differ. We got some shot makers still, but no, I mean, all jokes aside, Truman and Lane both really, really great shooters and great players on top of that, and so we're definitely going to miss their shot making and calming presence late game.
Yeah.
I think that was another thing. We won a lot of tight games because they took care of the ball and they made free throws. But going back to Jack, I think, he's going to be a focal point of our offense, and I think we'll look for him to really assert himself in the post. It's like I tell him all the time, I think you could score 20 a game on drop steps and jump hooks. It's like it could be that simple, and he's probably going to make 65% of those if we're getting good post position and then I think the other piece of that we've really been trying to preach to some of these guys around him that can shoot is it's going to force the defense to make decisions, and they're either going to dig or double, and then the other piece of that is Jack's got to be willing to make the right play, be a willing passer. And if they're going to dig or double, kick it out. We'll get feet set, open threes. And if they're going to play you one-on-one, then go to work.
Last year it kind of felt like there was only one man that was the same height as Jack, and that was Neil Summers. He's no longer there at Laramie. He's at the University of Wyoming now. Is there anybody in your scouting reports so far that you've kind of seen that, it's like, oh, hey, they might double team, so, hey, we're going to kick it out maybe to some of these other players? I mean, obviously, we haven't had a game yet. This is just kind of all, future risk-sticking.
Sure. Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's something that we're already talking about and anticipating because I do feel like it's inevitable, that's the way that some teams are going to want to guard him. And like you kind of alluded to, I don't know that there's a ton of size around the state this season to match up with him and try to guard him one-on-one. And so, yeah, it's a matchup issue, and it'll be interesting, I guess, to see what teams want to do to try to contain him.
As far as a coaching aspect, I remember when Bubba took over for Mike Curry, and I think Mike Curry is still considered the best coach in Wyoming history.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question.
Yeah.
And I remember that transition. You never know when a guy's been there 30 years, but it was real smooth.
For sure.
Do you think your transition is smooth, and do you bring something new that maybe Bubba didn't?
Yeah, I think I'd like to think the transition's going to be smooth. Like I said, it's been good so far, and I'm really excited about our group. And so I know I've got high expectations for this group and in terms of what I hope to achieve. As far as different, I think Bubba and I maybe have a little bit different demeanors, and that's not a bad thing or a knock on Bubba. Excuse me. He's just very intense and very vocal, and I don't know. I'm maybe a little bit more even keel, and that's the first thing that comes to mind. I'll probably use more timeouts than Bubba did.
He did not want to use timeouts.
No, but credit to Bubba. And Curry was kind of
he was
of
very
that same
mild.
vein where it's like it's good for our guys to play through some of that stuff, and kind of withstand some of those runs or figure it out. And I tell Bubba all the time, for as much grief as I give him about not using timeouts in the state championship.
Oh my goodness!
He used one when we needed it, and I mean that it was a timely timeout, and it changed the game. What was funny is the boys, like, they kind of become in tune with that, right? So I can remember when Bubba called that timeout, Truman, he's coming off, he's like, we're good. I go, no, we need a timeout. Like, that was a good timeout.
Yeah.
We are not good right now. And it was a defining moment in that game for sure. I really do think it changed the outcome.
I really think it did because, I mean, we were seeing all of a sudden, here comes Laramie. They were just coming left and right. I mean, they got out to I think it was like a 6.8 point lead
Yeah.
coming out of halftime, and you guys battled all the way back, and then now all of a sudden lost it again, and it's just. I think that timeout was perfectly timed because I agree. I think that was a turning point into the game, and I've even said it a couple times on my sports reports. I'm like, if they didn't call this timeout, I don't know if we're talking about a Campbell State championship because it just kind of felt like it was going Laramie's way, and everything just kind of felt out of sync.
For sure. No, I totally agree. And yeah, credit to Bubba. It was a good decision. And yeah, there's a few times, not in that game, when I'm on the bench going,
so
we can take a timeout.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So the hard part about this season, and because you're coming into a situation where you have a lot of great guys, you have a lot of great talent that's going to be on this roster, and obviously you guys are facing back as defending state champs. How can you make sure that you get your guys and focus in and just saying, hey, we're focusing in a game at a time. We're not focusing at trying to win everything all at once because we have to win each of the games, each of the conference games to get there. How can you get that mindset focused?
Yeah, like you said, I think that's just how you've got to go about it from an approach standpoint and make sure the boys understand that we're going to take it one day at a time. And you don't win the state championship in the Remax next week, and so obviously the goal is to win every game that you go out and play. But yeah, those are all opportunities to learn about yourself as well as a team, and then you go back to work and make corrections as needed.
And you guys have never shied away from preseason soft games. You've never wanted that.
Yeah,
the preseason is always, you look at those teams and you go, that competition is great.
For sure.
But boy, that helps your team a lot more. Well, it's got to, over playing a soft team.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. And yeah, that's the way Bubba always looked at it, and I totally agree with that sentiment. It's like you can schedule teams that you roll the ball out and you win by 30, or yeah, you can go play a Bismarck Century. I think they lost one game last year. And and really, I mean, if you go back and look at last season, that non-conference, it's like what every team we played did in non-conference, in their like respective season. I mean, it was either a state championship or like a state semifinal, or they lost in the state championship. Like there was no slouch teams whatsoever. And
Absolutely.
so, and yeah, like you said, I think that makes you better, and losing like we did last year, obviously that's not fun, but yeah, you figured out, we definitely identified, okay, we've got some issues defensively that we need to get worked out. And once again, going back to just building, day by day. And then you look at what we were able to string together defensively in the state championship when it mattered. That was, I think, three of our, if not the three best defensive games that we put together, allowed high 40s and maybe 53 to Laramie, which they were a team that scored, I think, low 70s on average or high 60s,
Yeah, they scored quite a bit throughout this season or throughout last season. So definitely another team that we'll talk about coming up here in a moment. We'll talk with the players coming up here in a moment as well. We need to get to our first timeout. When we come back, we're going to introduce these players, talk a little bit about them. We'll go to another break, and then we're going to bring them in, and then we'll wrap things up here with Coach Anderson at the end of the show as well. So once again, we're live here at the Pizza Ranch for the Gillette Game Plan every Tuesday, Wednesday night now. We've got Campbell County on Tuesday nights, and then on Wednesdays, it's going to be Thunder Basin men's and women's basketball. We got to give love to both teams, and we can't give one love to another, one love not to another, and I'm talking men's, women's. We're going to hit both schools, but I'm talking about the men's team and the women's team, so we want to make sure everything is fully fair on those things. So more coming your way. We'll talk a little bit of a Remax. We'll talk with these players with us as well. We will see you guys here in a moment. We'll be back here with more of the Gillette Game Plan live here from the Pizza Ranch.
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service. We're on a mission to empower lives and enhance landscapes. We take pride in every project, big or small, because your outdoor space should be a source of joy and beauty. Every blade, every detail, every visit. We care deeply about getting it right. Check us out on our Facebook page, Strands Lawn Care, LLC, or call us at 307-682-LAWN. That's 307-682-5296. Strands Lawn Care, service with excellence.
Need a quick snack or drink while you refuel? Let's check it out. Welcome to Shell Food Mart, your convenient stop for fuel and food. Our employees don't just work here. They genuinely care about you and your needs. From finding the perfect product to giving helpful advice, our team goes the extra mile every single day. Looking for something tasty? Check out our favorite snacks and cold drinks. Experience quick and easy checkout. Let's get you on your way. Shell Food Mart, where you'll find great food and friendly.
Fisher Sand and Gravel has you covered for all your projects, from large to small, commercial and residential, with 2 locations, the State Line Quarry in Beulah and the Newcastle Quarry. Competitive pricing serving the area with over 50 years, with great product, knowledge, and service. Call them at 605-642-5760 and see them online at FisherIND.com.
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service. We're on a mission to empower lives and enhance landscapes. From weekly mowing to complete property care, our clients trust us because we treat every lawn like it's our own. Every blade, every detail, every visit. We care deeply about getting it right. Check us out on our Facebook page, Strands Lawn Care, LLC, or call us at 307-682-LAWN. That's 307-682-5296. Strands Lawn Care, service with excellence.
Looking for your dream home or the perfect commercial space?
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service.
None of my buttons want to work for me today, so back here at the Gillette Game Plan, live here at the Pizza Ranch. Again, we're going to talk with Coach Anderson just for a short amount of time. He's going to introduce these players, and then we're going to go to a break, allow him to go grab some grub, allow him to eat up, and then we're going to talk with these players. But, Coach, tell us who we have with us today.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting with our senior point guard, we've got Brody Jarvis, and then another senior, Riley Hawk, and then the third is junior Leo Flores.
So you mentioned Brody Jarvis, and we talked quite a bit about him last season. I mean, he was one of the guys that, you know, he was in that mix of, you know, the Lane train, the Truman train, Jacket train, but he was right there in the mix of everything. And it wasn't more of scoring-wise. It was more of, like, defensively. He was one of the best defensive players out there we've seen, especially last season. What are you looking forward to seeing out of him this year?
Yeah, like you said, I think, you know, one of his skills is definitely defense, and that's still going to be a point of emphasis for us. And, I mean, he can really give us an edge defensively, but I think, like you mentioned, you know, losing Lane and Truman, there's also going to be more opportunity on the offensive end for him. He's going to have a lot bigger role, going to have the ball in his hands a lot more, which he's ready for it for sure. He's put as much time in as any kid that we've had in our program, and so he's in the gym about every day, and yeah, I'm really excited.
You know, we've got another senior in there, Riley Hawk, who he did not play last year. He took a year off, and then now he's playing basketball once again this year. He was a Rough Rider playing baseball, but what have you seen so far from him? What do you see in tryouts that really kind of was just like, okay, hey, we need to make sure that, you know, he's back with us full time?
Absolutely. So yeah, I was gone. I had moved to Rapid when Riley was playing, and so this fall was my first time around him. And yeah, like you mentioned, he played baseball, but as soon as baseball was done and we got the fall open gyms rolling, he's been all in 100%. He's been at basically everything, and he can really shoot the ball for sure. But I mean, that's one facet of his game. I really like the way he's able to play make, putting the ball on the floor as well. Yeah, he'll be a really nice addition. Those guys, they make you better coaches.
Absolutely, I know. And I'm junior. I'm blanking.
Leo Flores.
Leo Flores. That's who it was. I don't know why I was blanking. I talked a lot about him the last year too. I mean, it was, you know, a lot defensively as well. But obviously, this is going to be a little bit different for him too. He's going to be able to, you know, score the ball a lot more. You know, do you think everything is turning into more of team instead of more of like, hey, player for player? How do you think this thing is kind of facing each other right now?
Yeah, you know, and I think even going back to last year's team, I mean, like you'd mentioned, Truman and Lane, they were, you know, two big pieces of what we were trying to do. But I think Jack was in the mix, and even Nomar, you know, from a scoring standpoint. And I've told these guys to start the season. I think that was part of what made us so hard to scout or guard last year, is because it wasn't just one kid, you know, that you can say, okay, if we hold Truman to 10, then they don't have a shot to win. And so, you know, one night Truman's going to have 26. The next night Lane has 30. The next game it's Jack who scores 22. And I think that's part of what I'm excited about with this group is I think we're going to be able to have a similar balanced
It's gonna
attack.
have
And,
like all five guys.
for sure. And we've talked. I think it's not unrealistic to think we have 5 guys that could be in double figures or kind of right around that number. Which once again, I think it makes you harder to guard when the scout isn't one guy that you can just key on and say if he doesn't get his, they're going to really struggle.
Yeah. Any final questions before we get to the players?
I like that what you just made, balance.
Yeah.
When you've got guys that think are going to be up in double figures, makes it hard for that opposing coach. Makes it hard on those opposing players. So I love to hear that.
Yeah. And one thing I'll add just to speak to Leo a little bit so he doesn't feel left out. He's worked a ton this summer as well, and similar to Brody, he's going to have a bigger role for sure. So he's doing a really good job defensively, but his shots came a long ways. He's definitely making shots, and so really excited about him as well.
Awesome. Well, we're going to talk with all 3 of them coming up after this break. We're going to allow Coach to go grab some grub, and we're going to talk with these players about the season and what's to come for this season for Campbell County basketball. We'll be back here with more of the Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch.
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service. We're on a mission to empower lives and enhance landscapes. We take pride in every project, big or small, because your outdoor space should be a source of joy and beauty. Every blade, every detail, every visit. We care deeply about getting it right. Check us out on our Facebook page, Strands Lawn Care, LLC, or call us at 307-682-LAWN. That's 307-682-5296. Strands Lawn Care, service with excellence.
Need a quick snack or drink while you refuel? Let's check it out. Welcome to Shell Food Mart, your convenience stop for fuel and food. Our employees don't just work here. They genuinely care about you and your needs. From finding the perfect product to giving helpful advice, our team goes the extra mile every single day. Looking for something tasty? Check out our favorite snacks and cold drinks. Experience quick and easy checkout. Let's get you on your way. Shell Food Mart, where you'll find great food and friendly.
Fisher Sand and Gravel has you covered for all your projects from large to small, commercial and residential, with 2 locations, the State Line Quarry in Beulah and the Newcastle Quarry. Competitive pricing serving the area with over 50 years, with great product, knowledge, and service. Call them at 605-642-5760 and see them online at FisherIND.com.
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service. We're on a mission to empower lives and enhance landscapes. From weekly mowing to complete property care, our clients trust us because we treat every lawn like it's our own. Every blade, every detail, every visit. We care deeply about getting it right. Check us out on our Facebook page, Strands Lawn Care, LLC, or call us at 307-682-LAWN. That's 307-682-5296. Strands Lawn Care, service with excellence.
Looking for your dream home or the perfect commercial space? Are you considering selling? At Signature Real Estate Group, we've got you covered. Visit us at 1211 South Douglas Highway, Suite 90 for personalized service and expert guidance. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, our experienced team is here to make your real estate journey smooth, successful, and guide you every step of the way. Call us today at 307-670-9222 and let us help you find the perfect place to call home. Signature Real Estate Group, faith, family, and real estate.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, pumpkin spice, football, and stylish sweaters from Soulmates. Whether you're cheering at the game, watching from the comfort of your couch, or just out enjoying the change of colors, make sure you're dressed for the season with the latest fall fashions from Soulmates. Find your perfect look with warm, cozy styles that are just right for every event. Visit them at 222 South Gillette Avenue, downtown Gillette. Soulmates, where fall fashion kicks off and keeps you a step ahead all season long.
Craving pizza, chicken, and all your favorites in one place? Round up the crew and head to Pizza Ranch. Dig into our legendary buffet, fresh pizzas, crispy chicken, hearty sides, and our famous cactus bread.
Hooray!
After you fill your plate, hit the Fun Zone Arcade, packed with games for all ages and loads of prizes. Great food, great fun, all in one place. That's the Pizza Ranch way. Pizza Ranch, right on in. Saddle up, eat well. 1000 West 2nd Street, next to Thunder Basin.
nervous about visiting the dentist? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we understand and we've got you covered with safe and effective IV sedation. Relax and let us take care of your smile while you stay calm and comfortable. Bighorn Dental Clinic. Professional service, personalized care.
Looking for a way to straighten your smile without the hassle of traditional braces? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we're proud to offer Invisalign, the clear, comfortable, and effective solution to straightening your teeth. BighornDental.com. Looking for exceptional dental care? Powder River Dental is here for you. We are a dedicated team that is committed to creating healthy, beautiful smiles. Whether it is a routine checkup, more involved dental treatments, Invisalign, or implants, our friendly professionals ensure you and your family leave with a smile. Visit us today and discover why Powder River Dental is a trusted choice in your community. Call us at 682-6655 or 682-6771 to schedule your appointment. Come visit the good guys and a gal where our patients are family.
Looking to control access to your property? Trust GateTech, your premier access control partner. With over 20 years of experience, GateTech offers custom-designed automated gates for sale or rent, backed by long-term service agreements. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or residential, we build systems that fit your needs and your budget. From simple remote entry to systems you can control from anywhere in the world, we've got you covered. Call 307-939-GATE or email gatetech@westernserviceswi.com.
When it comes to purchasing a new or pre-owned vehicle, White's Frontier Motors makes buying locally easy. Their lot is filled with only the best new Chevy and GMC vehicles. Or are you looking for pre-owned? White's Frontier Motors has you covered. They have a vehicle for every budget. Stop by 444 Skyline Drive or browse their inventory at whitesfrontier.com. Don't forget their $1,000 price match guarantee. White's Frontier Motors, proud supporter of our local businesses, students, and athletes. 682-8851.
Score big this fall with BlackRock Advanced Medical Imaging. Our state-of-the-art X-ray and MRI scans deliver crystal clear results faster than a quarterback sneak. With timely scheduling, we'll get you in and out with ease. Trust our expert team to keep you in the game with precise, detailed images and compassionate care. Visit blackrockmri.com or call 682-8228 to schedule your appointment today. BlackRock Advanced Medical Imaging, your health, our precision.
Save locally at Trends Furniture.
They give a better deal on better quality. And sell at a better price. They give a better deal on better quality. So good, you gotta say them twice.
The Mattress Center at Trends Furniture is a place you can shop in peace. Our non-commissioned sales team is here to provide outstanding service to get you a better deal on a new mattress or adjustable base to help you feel rested and energized. Trends Furniture offers payment plans on major brands like Beauty Rest mattresses. To get the best prices and a great night's sleep tonight, visit locally owned Trends Furniture at 408 South Douglas.
And welcome back here to the board, the Gillette Game Plan, live here at the Pizza Ranch. And joining us once again, Kelvin Glosser, Chase the Horseman Horsley. We've got Leo Flores, we've got Riley Hawk, and we've got Brody Jarvis with us. And guys, I mean, first off, what are your guys' aspirations this season? And don't say state championship because we already know that that's the aspirations. That's always the goal. But what are some of your guys' aspirations on this year?
Well, I can start us off. But
okay.
I think one of my aspirations, and I think it goes with all of us, is just being a team and playing as a team. It just outside of basketball, even like when we're eating together after games and stuff, just being a team and just loving each other and having fun. Just like last year was like the closest I've ever been with the team, just such a bond, and I want to bring it to this year too. It just makes it that much better.
Yeah, definitely like Brody said, the chemistry between our team is, I mean, it's already good. We've been playing together for a long time. I've played with most of these guys since I was little. So, yeah, on and off the court, it's just good chemistry and just playing together on the court. And, I mean, obviously get to the championship, hopefully, go back-to-back.
Man, he does not listen, does he?
Well, I mean,
yeah, one of my aspirations is probably less turnovers this season, as few as we could. And just having that team bond like we did last year for sure.
You know, last year, I mean, obviously making it all the way to the state tournament. What was the last thing Bubba said to you guys? I know it's a new year. You're here with Coach Anderson. We'll talk about that here in a second. But for those that played, which Brody and Leo, you guys were, on the team at that point, what were the last things that Bubba was saying to you guys?
Bubba said to me, just stay focused as much as possible, probably. Work hard. Don't really skip reps. Don't be lazy.
Nothing?
Yeah, sorry, I can go.
Well, I mean, one of them wasn't a part last year, so.
Oh, yeah. That's just, I'm so used to playing with him, I forget. But, yeah.
It's okay, Brody.
He's a mastermind, basketball mastermind, and, like, I feel like I hear his voice all the time when I'm on the court. Like, all the things he's told me, and I feel like I didn't even learn basketball until I started playing with him. He's just taught me so much, and not only do I remember the last things he's told me, just stay focused, stay in the gym, just stay honest to myself, is just his voice still in my head when I'm on the court, so he stays with me.
That's awesome. Well, okay, so obviously let's kind of roll into the new era. Obviously you have Coach Anderson who's coming in, taking over. He was the assistant coach last year. What are some things this year that, as a head coach, he's been kind of talking to you guys about that has really kind of got you guys going?
Like, I think I know what he expects out of us, and he expects just as much as I would say Bubba does, or even more, but he's not going to really blow up and yell and get you going. Like, he's just serious and just stays focused, and he's a really good leader. He's always focused, and he's always being serious, like doing what he needs to do and helping us.
Yeah.
And it just helps so much when he leads by example all the time, and that's helpful.
I mean, yeah, this is my first year around him, basically, but he's been around Bubba and great coaches his whole life, so he definitely brings that legacy with him. And, yeah, just in open gyms, leads by example. Definitely not as, like, aggressive or, like, loud as Bubba, I would say. More laid back, but, I mean, when the time is there to be serious, he's always getting the point across to us, so that's always good.
Yeah, just definitely really high standards for this group. He's just a great leader. That's pretty much it. Definitely not like Bubba, though. Bubba's pretty loud and aggressive. He's definitely just chill. But likes us to be serious when it's time to be serious.
Do you like the chill vibes better?
Kind of.
Or is it just all two different atmospheres?
It's two different atmospheres.
Two different atmospheres? There you go. So, obviously, you guys have the Remax tournament coming up, which, we've talked about. You guys are going to face some teams that are very tough competition. I mean, this is games that you're really trying to build your character, trying to build what you guys can do. When you look at these games and you look at the schedule throughout the year or something, what are you guys kind of looking for? What are the big things that you guys want to learn throughout these, upcoming games?
I'd say the first couple games you just can start figuring out. You already pretty much know roles, but that just gives you a better feel of it, and you figure out what you really need to work on, like what can really be emphasized in practice. And like it's always small things like talking and boxing out, but it's like it's good to play a game and get shown early so you can work on it and start figuring it out when the games don't matter as much, but they'll matter.
Yeah, I think we're all excited for this. We've been playing together for probably a couple months in open gym and through the summer and stuff like that. So, yeah, just to expose our weaknesses so we can start working on that and get prepared for conference. So I think we're all excited. And, yeah, hopefully we'll give it a good run.
Yeah, just like Brody said, probably just focusing on the little stuff and show us that even throughout practice, the stuff we don't do will come out in the game. And, yeah. That's about it.
So you brought up your weaknesses. Each one of you, what area of the game do you need to work on the most?
I'd say I like having the ball and making plays. Sometimes I get ahead of myself and stuff, so just keep playing off 2 feet and playing the game at my pace and not getting pushed out faster than I need to be, and just making the right reads at the right time, just slowing the game down a little bit more for me, I'd say.
I mean, I'm always working on my defense mostly because I've always been known as like just a shooter, but I just want to show I can handle the ball more, get my teammates open shots, and mainly defense. I want to be that guy that our teammates can rely on to get a stop when we need it.
I'd probably say my cutting without the ball, having much more movement, and setting screens to my teammates that are actually effective and not just like letting the guy run right through me.
You know, you guys also mentioned turnovers because obviously last year turnovers were something that really kind of killed your game. Obviously, you guys were able to work through it, get the job done, win those games. But turnovers, what do you guys need to do to really make sure that that is a very very low number this year, being like one of the top in the state? How can you not force so many?
Um, like just playing together as much as we possibly can because Camels, we play fast and we move the ball, and sometimes you don't know exactly what your teammate's thinking, but the more you get in the gym together and the more time you spend together, it just comes like second nature, and it just feels like you know what they're doing, like you can read their minds. So I'd say just keep working in practice and learning our guys as best as we can.
Yeah, Brody said that well. Just chemistry, and after the more we play throughout the year, I'm sure we'll start figuring it out and
right.
You know, expecting what our teammates are gonna do, like if he cuts this way or whatever, like our habits, I guess. So just getting to know each other more and more will definitely help with that.
Yeah, definitely. Just it'll come over time, and I'd probably say just being more considerable with our dribbles. And, yeah.
You know, this team, brand new team, brand new era. You guys come off of a state championship win. You know, I was telling coach or talking with coach about, you know, what can you guys really do to really make sure that you guys focus on your mindset of just doing one game per one game, not focusing on, oh, hey, we need to go win it all today. We need to go do this. And it's the same thing with these non-conference games. These games, they matter in a sense of getting better. And that's what Bubba always liked to do. You know, he schedules these really tough games, as Coach Anderson was telling about, and now he's scheduling these tough games so you guys can learn, you know, learn what you guys need to do, learn how you guys play as a team. When you guys put all that into, you know, into pieces, into the mindset of what you guys need to do, who would you say right now has been kind of a leader for the team so far? Not, you know, I know you guys have only had like a couple of practices, but who has already been maybe that person that's been at open gym, left and right? Who's that person that's been kind of helping you guys out? Who's been that leader so far?
I would say this guy right here. He's definitely always in the gym every single day, holding people accountable. I mean, I can always count on a text from Brody to come and shoot with him, or he's always communicating with guys, organizing open gyms, and just getting together. So Brody's definitely stepped up into that role, and he's a great leader.
Yeah, I'd definitely say Brody. He always texts everybody if they want to come in and shoot. He's always in the gym 24/7, doesn't really get out. And, yeah.
Well, Brody, I mean, it's a consensus here with, you know, Leo and Riley calling you as, you know, the leader so far of this team. What does that mean to you, you know, being maybe that leader that's really trying to help this team this year?
I like it. Like, I want to embrace the role. And most of my life, I've been kind of like just dirty work guy or a glue guy, you'd say. Just do the things guys don't want to do.
Yeah.
But I think I can just expand, and I've had stuff that, like, I'll be able to show. And it's just, for me, I love being around these guys and playing basketball, so it's never hard for me to be in the gym or want to play hard. And they push me just as hard as I push them, I'd say, and they keep me honest when I'm lacking. So,
you know, obviously you're a senior, so you're already starting to look to see what's going to be next for you. Obviously, Riley a senior, Leo's got got another full year after this because he's a junior. But for you seniors, what are you guys looking forward to in the future? Are you guys already, you know, seeing different colleges that maybe you're going to commit to? How is that all working for you guys?
I haven't really looked too far ahead. I kind of go day by day. I don't really ever look too far in the future, but I think it's getting to that time, and it's crazy how fast it's come, but it's something I need to start looking into, but I haven't really yet.
For a while, I wanted to play baseball in college. I'm still not undecided, like, on that, but right now I'm looking at GCU in Phoenix, Arizona, or either University of Wyoming.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
So undecided.
So, okay, we were talking leadership earlier, right, Kelvin? So the whole about this is, you know, we were talking Lane, we were talking Truman, we were talking Jack earlier, and obviously, Brody, you were in the mix with that as well. Nomar Gonzalez was in the mix with that. What are some things you guys kind of learned from that team last year that you guys are going to put into this year?
Like, when a guy tells you something you're doing wrong, he's just looking out for you. It's not like an attack or anything, and that's just being coachable, you know? And sometimes you can be coachable by a player. Like, Truman and Lane have played so much basketball, they know what they're talking about. And when they tell you something, it's the truth. And sometimes kids think it's them attacking them, but I think you just need to take it and as a way to get better and help the team win.
I mean, I didn't play with that group last year, but just from watching on the sidelines and whatnot, but definitely work ethic. I know Lane and Truman, they're always in the gym, just as like Brody and all of us are, but every single day I just know that they were working and putting up shots, always getting together to do runs and shoot around. So, yeah, definitely work ethic.
I'd probably say just be accountable for yourself. If you not make a smart decision, then they'll definitely be on you. Just take accountability.
Absolutely.
And, yeah, they definitely talk to you about a lot of stuff that you probably don't know. So it's probably just good to listen to them.
Absolutely. Kelvin, do you have anything before we go to break? No?
Good.
Awesome. Well, guys, we appreciate your time, but, wait, we missed one.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we got to know. All right, so what's your pregame drink, pregame meal that you like to have before each and every game? Anybody want to open up their pile?
After eating here today, I might have to come here more often. It's really good. I haven't.
Have you never been here before?
When I was younger, I'd come all the time at like tournaments and stuff. But it's been a long time, and it's like.
And then now you're back, and you're like, ooh.
Yeah, I can't stop getting plates. It's good.
That's awesome.
Normally just like a Gatorade, maybe some cool blue Gatorade, and probably a little snack, maybe some like Sour Patch Kids or something, just to hold me over till the game. I don't like to eat too much before games.
What do you eat during baseball? Is that your pregame meal for baseball too?
Yeah, I don't really eat much during baseball before. More of a post-game eater.
Post-game eater? Yep. Yeah, I know that. Leo?
I'd probably just say like Gatorade water and maybe some like Skittles.
Skittles. Yeah. All right. Some healthy meal sets over here, Kelvin.
The girls are a lot healthier than these
guys.
guys.
That's what I'm thinking too. But all right, well, guys, we appreciate your time and best of luck this basketball season. We'll obviously probably talk with you guys later on in the year as well. So best of luck on the Remax tournament, and we will talk with you guys later on.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Awesome. We've got more of the Gillette game plan coming your way. We're going to wrap things up here with head coach, Coach Anderson, and talk a little bit more about the Remax tournament and some other tournament or another matchup that's coming up around January, too, that we want to kind of dive into a little bit. See what I did there? Dive into?
You did.
Yeah. Anyways, we'll be back here with more of the Pizza Ranch, the Gillette game. You'll understand the dad joke when we come back. We'll see you in a moment.
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service. We're on a mission to empower lives and enhance landscapes. We take pride in every project, big or small, because your outdoor space should be a source of joy and beauty. Every blade, every detail, every visit. We care deeply about getting it right. Check us out on our Facebook page, Strands Lawn Care, LLC, or call us at 307-682-LAWN. That's 307-682-5296. Strands Lawn Care, service with excellence.
Need a quick snack or drink while you refuel? Let's check it out. Welcome to Shell Food Mart, your convenience stop for fuel and food. Our employees don't just work here. They genuinely care about you and your needs. From finding the perfect product to giving helpful advice, our team goes the extra mile every single day. Looking for something tasty? Check out our favorite snacks and cold drinks. Experience quick and easy checkout. Let's get you on your way. Shell Food Mart, where you'll find great food and friendly.
Fisher Sand and Gravel has you covered for all your projects from large to small, commercial and residential, with 2 locations, the State Line Quarry in Beulah and the Newcastle Quarry. Competitive pricing serving the area with over 50 years, with great product, knowledge, and service. Call them at 605-642-5760 and see them online at FisherIND.com.
Strands Lawn Care is more than a lawn service. We're on a mission to empower lives and enhance landscapes. From weekly mowing to complete property care, our clients trust us because we treat every lawn like it's our own. Every blade, every detail, every visit. We care deeply about getting it right. Check us out on our Facebook page, Strands Lawn Care, LLC, or call us at 307-682-LAWN. That's 307-682-5296. Strands Lawn Care, service with excellence.
Looking for your dream home or the perfect commercial space? Are you considering selling? At Signature Real Estate Group, we've got you covered. Visit us at 1211 South Douglas Highway, Suite 90 for personalized service and expert guidance. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, our experienced team is here to make your real estate journey smooth, successful, and guide you every step of the way. Call us today at 307-670-9222 and let us help you find the perfect place to call home. Signature Real Estate Group, faith, family, and real estate.
Fall is here, and that means cooler weather, pumpkin spice, football, and stylish sweaters from Soulmates. Whether you're cheering at the game, watching from the comfort of your couch, or just out enjoying the change of colors, make sure you're dressed for the season with the latest fall fashions from Soulmates. Find your perfect look with warm, cozy styles that are just right for every event. Visit them at 222 South Gillette Avenue, downtown Gillette. Soulmates, where fall fashion kicks off and keeps you a step ahead all season long.
Craving pizza, chicken, and all your favorites in one place? Round up the crew and head to Pizza Ranch. Dig into our legendary buffet. Fresh pizzas, crispy chicken, hearty sides, and our famous cactus bread.
Hooray!
After you fill your plate, hit the Fun Zone Arcade. Packed with games for all ages and loads of prizes. Great food, great fun, all in one place. That's the Pizza Ranch way. Pizza Ranch. Right on in. Saddle up. Eat well. 1000 West 2nd Street next to Thunder Base.
Are you nervous about visiting the dentist? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we understand and we've got you covered with safe and effective IV sedation. Relax and let us take care of your smile while you stay calm and comfortable. Bighorn Dental Clinic. Professional service, personalized care.
Looking for a way to straighten your smile without the hassle of traditional braces? At Bighorn Dental Clinic, we're proud to offer Invisalign, the clear, comfortable, and effective solution to straightening your teeth. BighornDental.com.
Looking for exceptional dental care? Powder River Dental is here for you. We are a dedicated team that is committed to creating healthy, beautiful smiles. Whether it is a routine checkup, more involved dental treatments, Invisalign, or implants, our friendly professionals ensure you and your family leave with a smile. Visit us today and discover why Powder River Dental is a trusted choice in your community. Call us at 682-6655 or 682-6771 to schedule your appointment. Come visit the good guys and a gal where our patients are family.
Looking to control access to your property? Trust GateTech, your premier access control partner. With over 20 years of experience, GateTech offers custom-designed automated gates for sale or rent, backed by long-term service agreements. Whether it's industrial, commercial, or residential, we build systems that fit your needs and your budget. From simple remote entry to systems you can control from anywhere in the world, we've got you covered. Call 307-939-GATE or email gatetech@westernserviceswi.com.
When it comes to purchasing a new or pre-owned vehicle, White's Frontier Motors makes buying locally easy. Their lot is filled with only the best new Chevy and GMC vehicles. Or are you looking for pre-owned? White's Frontier Motors has you covered. They have a vehicle for every budget. Stop by 444 Skyline Drive or browse their inventory at whitesfrontier.com. Don't forget their $1,000 price match guarantee. White's Frontier Motors, proud supporter of our local businesses, students, and athletes. 682-8851.
Score big this fall with BlackRock Advanced Medical Imaging. Our state-of-the-art X-ray and MRI scans deliver crystal clear results.
My buttons do not want to work today. I'm sitting over here pressing like 50 million different buttons on my Stream Deck, Kelvin, and it's just not wanting to work.
Get some new buttons.
Yeah, apparently, but I mean, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. So, anyways, once again, we're back here with Coach Anderson here with our Gillette Game Plan live here at the Pizza Ranch. Again, we can't do this show without Pizza Ranch. They have been graciously accepted us into doing these shows. And the cool part about this is we don't just have a men's, women's combined show. We get to do 2 shows, and we get to do 2 shows 2 nights. So obviously Thunder Basin is going to be tomorrow. We'll have men's and women's basketball tomorrow as well too. So that's the cool part about this. You know, they are super awesome. And the best part again is that those kids and the coaches and us, like, they are gracious and giving the people that are on air, food. And so that's the super nice thing. So if you can, and obviously if you pay attention to the show, or if you follow Campbell County sports or Thunder Basin sports, come out to Pizza Ranch, show your support, not just on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but also come out here on a normal day and come show your support, because they are doing so much for us right now, and for Campbell's and Thunder, because if it wasn't for them, we probably wouldn't be able to do this show. We'd probably be doing it at the radio station, and I don't think anybody wants radio station waters. So that would have been what you got. That's what you would have gotten. So big shout out to them. So once again, with Coach Anderson, Coach, I mean, we talked a little bit about the REMAX tournament. We kind of want to dive a little bit more deep into it, because the matchups, we've been talking about, are not the easiest of matchups. We've I believe Scottsbluff is in there, St. Tommy Moore in there, Castleview, Pine Ridge, all those different games that you guys are going to have to face off of. When you look at the schedule and you look at kind of how the bracket kind of placed out, where game timing is not really a bracket, but what is the preparation for all these games? Because there's 3 games, or they're back to back. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. No time for rest. It's go, 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 go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think anytime you have a situation to play in a tournament that kind of replicates the state tournament in terms of, number of games and a similar turnaround, I think there's value in that. I think the big difference is like you kind of alluded to, obviously, A, it's early in the season. B, we don't really know these teams that well. So from a scouting standpoint, typically as we get into conference, we're going to be pretty thorough with all that stuff, looking at personnel, trying to get an idea of what they're going to do offensively, defensively, and we'll watch some film. I mean, we played all 3 of these teams last year, actually, and so it's really safe to assume I think they'll be doing some of the same things. It's kind of just a matter of figuring out who are they returning, do they have any new guys that are, I mean, you could look at our film from last year, it wouldn't tell the whole story. With this group that we have coming back, going to somebody like Brody or even a Leo, it's like their roles are going to inevitably be bigger, So you watch film from last year and maybe you say, then Jarvis, he's kind of hustles around, good defender, can make a shot or get in the paint. But, yeah, his role is going to be bigger this year for sure.
Yeah, no, and, we talk about roles being bigger. Obviously, they are going to get bigger because, you lost a couple guys that, shot the ball really well. But, speaking with Riley Hawk, Brody Jarvis, and even Leo, it kind of feels like, they're going to try to step up, be those next shooters. But also, they're trying to keep this as a team setup. But not only this weekend, we may not get a game plan in before your next matchup, which you guys are going to be taking on Glendive. And that was the whole, diving into, for those that didn't get the dad joke, it's because I didn't say the team. So I failed at that point. So, but when you kind of look at that, I know you haven't done a lot of scouting on that because you're focused on these teams, but what are you wanting to see just out of these guys for the games that are coming?
Yeah, I think like we talked about, growth is kind of the number one priority right now, and identifying areas for growth, kind of in that same vein. And so that's kind of what we're working to do every day in practice, is figure out what do we need to get better at. And like I think it was Brody mentioned, that stuff typically gets brought to light in games more than it does in practice, and it's in front of a gym full of people, and so sometimes it means a little more.
It means a little bit more.
I can tell them to block out as many times as I'm going to tell them to block out in the next 7 days. And if you give up 4 offensive rebounds in a possession in a gym full of people, it feels different than me getting on you about it.
And these games are good for you too, because you got to learn out a substitution pattern.
Yeah,
I mean, you don't know that yet.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you know your how your players play, but you'll find that substitution pattern that works, and that's what you need to look for too.
For sure. No, that's a big part of it is kind of figuring out how everybody's going to gel together. And then, like you said, from a minute standpoint, we've got an idea, obviously, but I think game flow always plays a factor in that. And then, you just, as the season progresses, you kind of start to understand who you can count on or who you want to go with.
Yeah. You mentioned substitutions, but the other thing is this is your first time as a head coach getting the insights. It's just you. There's no Bubba. There's your assistant coaches, but it's you. It's you trying to figure out the right game plan for each of this. what would you say is probably the hardest part, besides, getting all the polos, getting all this, getting all that, but when it comes to game plan, what would you say has been probably the hardest part for you kind of getting prepared for this?
I think what's been challenging up to this point is, at least from a practice standpoint, is like we talked with our guys before we started practice today. You have your varsity kids that a lot of them are returners from, and so they're familiar with what we're trying to do. And it's like we install something and then they're like, okay, I got it. We're ready for more. But then going down to, some of our sophomores, our JV2 kids, it's like they need stuff to be slowed down and we got to break stuff down and explain it a little bit more. So kind of fighting that equilibrium, I guess, as far as like we want to bring those younger kids up to speed, but then it's also like we've got 8 practices plus the 3 tryouts to get as much as we want to have in by those Remax games. So,
well, before I get to my fun question, do you have any other serious questions?
Tell us who your assistant coaches are.
Sure, yeah. And that's one thing I probably should have mentioned with the last question. I do feel fortunate to have a really good staff, and so they've been great. And even Bubba, still obviously a really helpful resource. I mean, he's probably sick of me calling him or texting him, hey, what do we do about this?
It's okay. He'll be joining us in the booth, so you'll be able to ask him a few times.
So our JV coach is Mark Meisler. We got him back. He was obviously a longtime Campbell coach, and then he was gone for a year and back now. Rylan Shaw is our JV2, which he's been on the staff, I think, 10-plus years now. Kale Meisler is 9A. This season, we got him moved up from the junior high, and so Mark and Kale get to coach together. That's pretty cool for them, I think. Kale's, really savvy, high IQ guy, and so happy to have him on the staff. And then 9B is Jerome Creasel, which he was 9B last year as well. This will be his second year with us, and really like Jerome as well. So, can't say anything but good things about our staff, and I've been really pleased.
That's awesome. Well, a fun question, and we're going to ask the same one that the kiddos got, but what's your pregame drink, pregame meal that you like to have before each and every game?
I'd say Jimmy John's or Qdoba, probably my
Jimmy John's or Qdoba. Those are two totally different
but really, the biggest factor is probably proximity to the high school. Just two things that if like I was the JV2, and so he'd get done, and then after the JV game, we'd normally run and grab food quick before the girls' game, and so usually try to grab Bubba something. So I guess we'll have to see if anybody feels like bringing me food now.
There you
if
go.
I want to stay, but that and a Diet Coke, I guess, is probably the go-to.
Is it a burrito or is it a bowl?
I usually do a bowl.
A bowl?
Yeah.
I think a lot more people are doing bowls these days instead of the burritos. I do a bowl all the time.
Yeah.
I think the burrito is just too big.
For sure.
Even though it's the same amount.
Yeah, right.
It just looks bigger. So, but anyways, well, Coach Anderson, we appreciate your time. We appreciate you kind of jumping on this. I know this is something new that, you kind of just got thrown into. I know you were asking Bubba about, hey, what is this? And you're like, well, yeah, you talked for 5 minutes. Yeah, not the case anymore.
That's okay. Yeah, this is good. It's been fun.
But absolutely. Well, hopefully you got enough to eat and all that. But, Coach, thank you so much. And we will talk to you in the next couple of weeks.
Sounds good.
Awesome. But, well, we're going to wrap things up here with the Gillette Game Plan. Kelvin, any final thoughts or anything from you?
Well, it's interesting to listen to these coaches. I mean, we get the insight. We get inside their heads.
Yeah,
we don't get to see that. I mean, we get to call the games, but it's neat to hear the insights of you guys, especially a first-time coach, although you've coached for a long time. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
But that's what I like most about listening to Brady Luchin and Cameron Anderson is just the inside, the inner workings of the game that we see the final product, but we don't see how it comes together.
Absolutely. So once again, you can check out the Gillette Game Plan for Campbell County every Tuesday night from 6 to 8. Guys will be from 7 to 8. Girls from 6 to 7. Also, you can check out every basketball game, home and away, on 97.3 Campbell FM. You can also go to basinsradio.com, click on the live video stream too, or go to our YouTube page, Basin Sports Network. Or if I'm calling the game, you can go to Horseman Broadcasting and Entertainment, because it'll be on the Facebook page as well too. So 4 different places you could go and go check out the game as well. So That is all for you, all for the community. So hopefully everyone enjoys it. Let us know feedback, everything on that. But this will be the first year of video streaming basketball games. I have never video streamed basketball games before in my life. It was the same thing with football, but football, you have a little bit more time to fix the scoreboard. I'm a little worried about the scoreboard, not going to lie, because you got to hit the buttons really fast. But anyways, thank you guys so much, and a big thank you to the Pizza Ranch once again for hosting us here at for the Gillette Game Plan. Once again, from Coach Anderson to Kelvin Glosser to Chase the Horseman Horsley. We will see you guys next time here on the Gillette Game Plan.